Happy guinea pig!
Heavenly Hills Homestead YouTube channel signature dish.
Hi, I'm Alyne. Welcome to my kitchen. And today, y'all know, it's that day. We're doing another signature dish. And this is the signature dish for October. Not October, excuse me, September. I forgot what month we're in, y'all. I'm trying to get this year out of the way. Signature dish for September. And it is for Ryan at Heavenly Hills Homestead. And what I have titled this dish is Heavenly Stuffed Pumpkin. And a little bit about Ryan. Ryan's homestead is a 1 acre homestead, and he utilizes that 1 acre to grow gardens and raise animals and do everything.
He does all that on just 1 acre?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He grows those giant pumpkins on that 1 acre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And so what he does is he teaches that you don't have to have a huge homestead to be able to have a sustainable homestead to raise and take care of your family. Ryan is a veteran. I believe he served in the Army. And he is white. And I know he has 2 children. He has a boy and a girl. His son Jaden actually came up with a collaboration that I was a part of last month. That was the World is Your Dinner Plate collaboration. Again, Ryan, he's a great guy, y'all. He really is. He sent me some seeds for a garden that included some of the giant pumpkin seed. And I'm looking forward to eventually being able to have a garden so that I can utilize the tomato seeds that he sent, the pumpkin seeds he sent, and I can't remember everything else he sent, but I know I'll be using a lot of it, if not all of it.
Once we get us a place,
Yes.
and you do those giant pumpkin seeds, we'll have to make sure that we really do the garden spot we're going to do. Make sure it's fertilized and prepped and all like that to the nines.
Right.
Get the best shot it can have.
So I asked Ryan if I could do this for him, and he graciously accepted and said yes. So I will go over what I'm going to be putting in this stuffed pumpkin and let you know a little bit about this. Before I do that, let me get my oven preheated. Yeah. Let me see how the temperature I had this on. I'm preheating my oven to 375 degrees. Okay, got that going. And now I will go over my list with you of what I'm going to be using in this recipe. I have here 1 pie pumpkin or sugar pumpkin. I've always known them as sugar pumpkins. They actually sell them as pie pumpkins. And these are, let me turn it right. This is what it looks like with the stem when you buy it. I think this cost me 99 cents at the grocery store. And we went ahead and Piggy cut the stem off for me. We seeded it, cleaned it out. Got a lot of seed out of it. And what I plan on doing with this is I'm going to kind of spray this with some cooking spray. And then I'm going to bake this for 30 minutes. There we go. And I'm going to put it on my pan. I would normally put this on, say, put it on parchment paper on a pan. I have this mesh pan here. And I'm just going to turn it upside down on that mesh pan. That way the heat can get up in there really well. And once my oven preheats, I'm going to stick that in the oven and bake it for 30 minutes. Now, it will not be completely done. I do have other things I'm going to do with those pumpkin halves. Once that cooks, once this finishes cooked, I'm going to take the pumpkin out, and I'm going to use 1 cup of the cooked pumpkin in my stuffing. Okay, and then I'm going to use the pumpkin halves to put my stuffing in. Right. Now, my other ingredients other than pumpkin, I have some ground pork. I'm going to use half a pound. I'm going to go ahead and cook the whole pound, take some out, and just use half a pound of the ground pork. And this right here is thankful to Joe and Ginger at Not For Nothing Homestead. Joe fixed it for you. So thank y'all for that. I have 2 cups of collard greens. If you do not want to use collard greens, you can use spinach, turnip greens, kale, mustard greens, whatever greens that you want to use that can be cooked. Okay? I just like collard greens. 1 cup of chopped mushrooms. A half of a cup of chopped frozen sweet cherries. These are the frozen cherries. If you got fresh, you can use fresh. Just make sure you pit them. I have half a cup of feta cheese. Actually, this is 5 ounces of feta cheese, which would roughly be a half a cup plus 1 ounce. Okay, it's 5 ounces there. I'm using garlic powder and onion powder. I'm going to be using a half of a teaspoon of each. I have salt and pepper to taste. This is strictly to taste. If you don't want to use salt, entirely up to you. Don't say you have to. And I'm using 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Okay. So what I plan on doing is, like I said, I'm going to put my pumpkin in the oven and let it bake for 30 minutes. Once it's been cooking for about 15 minutes, I'll start cooking the pork and getting everything added to it. I'm going to actually take and we're going to wash these collard greens again. These are pre-washed and chopped collard greens. If you can't find those, and just get the regular collard greens. Make sure you wash them, de-stem them very well, and chop them up. But what I'm going to do with these again is wash them, and I'm going to boil them for about 10 minutes or so until they get a little bit tender, so that when I cook them in the skillet with everything else, it will be already tenderized. Okay? So we will see y'all probably in about 10-15 minutes or so. All right, we are cooking the ground pork. The collard greens have been boiled and are ready to go into the stuffing. And we have about 12 minutes or so on the pumpkin for them to come out so that we can take the meat out of the pumpkin. And yes, I did say meat, meal, whatever you want to call it. The pumpkin. And it's not going to take long to cook this, I don't believe. And then once I get this cooked, I'm going to take about half of it out before I start adding everything else to it. I am going to go ahead and salt the pork because it is fresh pork. Okay. That way it will be salted when I use the other half. Okay. Now, again, please check out Heavenly Hills Homestead. I'm pretty sure, especially if you're into homesteading, gardening, or anything like that, you will love the channel if you haven't already checked it out. And I know there's more than just gardening on there. Ryan does lives where he interviews other channels. He actually interviewed Piggy and I back in April, I believe it was. That's on, I believe, a Tuesday night. He's interviewed a lot of different channels. Ryan is also very good about joining collaborations with other channels. And I tell you, he's cooked some good stuff. I know he cooked some kebabs for last month's collaboration on What Is Your Dinner Plate. That looked really good. Okay. And as we'll see, This pork is almost done. And so what I'm going to do is take a quick break, divide out the pork, and wait until the pumpkin gets done before I start cooking anything else together. Okay, the pumpkins are done. They're out of the oven. And you see, I've cleaned them out a little bit more. I've got a cup of the pumpkin in here. I've saved the rest for another video for later. Okay, so now I've got my oven preheating now to 350 degrees. I'm going to put these back in the oven here in a few minutes once they're stuffed. I have already separated out about a half a pound of the meat. So now, according to what I wrote down, we've added the salt. And y'all, I did taste the pork while I was off camera just to make sure it was salty enough, and it is. It tastes great. And I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. And I'm going to put my seasonings in before I add everything else. Okay. Got my half teaspoon for my garlic powder. Onion powder. You know, if y'all have never lived in a humid house where your spices clump up, you don't know what you're missing.
And be thankful you don't know what you're missing.
Amen. I know there's a lot of you out there that know what I'm talking about because I have actually heard y'all on y'all's videos talking about your seasonings clumping up.
You heard us talking about it and tell us in the comments. Y'all know all about it.
Yeah,
But for those of you who don't, be thankful you don't.
I'm saying. If you live in a humid area, you're going to know what it is, no matter if you got a climate-controlled house or not.
You got a climate control in the house, it ain't gonna matter.
Excuse me, that forgets me almost every time.
Me too if I'm close to it.
Huh?
Me too if I'm close to it.
Yeah. And that was the 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Okay. I got this. Brown and drain. Add the mushrooms. Add the pea. And it says to cook these down. Okay, gotta add the mushrooms. I'm gonna add the collards.
Collards.
These cook for about 10 minutes boiling. I love collards, though, especially with hot sauce, hot pepper, good stuff.
And Jesse, at lady days ahead, you think I'm country.
I'll eat things Piggy won't eat. I'll eat things Piggy ain't never heard of.
Right?
Okay, so it says to add mushrooms, collards, salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, garlic powder, and onion powder. Just mix well and cook for about 5 minutes. Just cook until you think they're ready. I mean, I wrote down 5 as a guide point. But if you think it's ready before 5 minutes, don't stand. I'm throwing everything out of the pot. It's just jumping out of my pot on me.
We're free! We're free!
I'm saying. Okay. Have to make sure I don't lose my grocery list underneath here. Me and Piggy went grocery shopping tomorrow. Y'all normally have grocery shopping already done for the month. But,
Usually about the 10th we get it done.
yeah. But I kind of did a little different this month. Y'all, excuse me. I got
We'll allow things to get whittled down and after might pull what's left in the refrigerator out and clean it up.
Yeah.
It could use it.
Yeah. Y'all, that pepper got to me. Okay. It says, now add the pumpkin and cherries. And I cut this up as best I could when I got it out. I'm going to chop it up this thing just a little more. I'm going to put my pumpkin in here. Bless you, Piggy. Pepper gets us, y'all. And that's
It
the
got over here,
cherries.
Timmy. Hand me a paper towel, please.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
Me and Piggy both haven't hit the paper towels today, y'all. Oh, yeah.
But allergies and winter changes and all like that get to us anyhow.
Piggy, if you will hand me a small spoon, I will try this just a second. And y'all, this is something I hardly ever do, is to taste test something before I do it. But I'm going to try this just to make sure the flavors are marrying the way I want them to marry. Okay.
Ryan, I want you to know how special this should be for you. We go to bed late, get up late, especially on the days that we ain't got to do our daily run. Last night, she talked about what she was going to fix when we got up. Well, she got up, she got ready, she come in here, started doing things. I come in here to check on, how soon it would be for that. And it wasn't that.
I started working on this.
So I ain't going to get what she talked about making.
I was going to make him some bacon and biscuits, y'all. But he'll still get bacon and biscuits, don't worry. Piggy won't starve.
Later on. But,
Oh, well. Okay, now we're going to add the feta cheese and stir it in.
now I don't regret doing this. I still get to eat. Don't get me wrong. I sure was looking forward to that bacon and biscuit. I'll get it later.
It's been a while since Piggy had bacon. He's been
Well,
eating
not
it
that long.
a couple of weeks, about a week or so. All right, I'm fixing to put this in the pumpkins. You put them in the oven and bake them for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then we'll be doing our taste test. So we will be back when I take these out of the oven and get ready to do the taste test.
Right, that should let you know how special you obviously are.
All right, y'all, this side of the oven. This is what it looks like. Here in just a minute, we're going to see what it tastes like. And I have a feeling it's going to be good. There's a couple of taste tests I did just to check on the seasonings. I was pleasantly surprised at how well it was. Got it? There's yours and your fork, Piggy. Mine and my fork. Let's get us a nice healthy bite here. That's good.
Pretty good.
Try that cherry in with that. Yeah, you know I gotta have a second bite.
I ain't saying no cherry right offhand in mine, but maybe that's it.
Now this can be made vegetarian or vegan friendly. Leave the pork out and use plant-based crumbles. You could do that. or you could leave the pork out and use more vegetables of your choice. It's a versatile meal. Ryan, I hope you like this idea, this concept for you. Again, please check out Heavenly Hills Homestead. And if you do, and you like the channel, please let Ryan know that Piggy and I sent you over. And you will be able to find Ryan's link either in the title or in the description or both. So thank you very much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
We're back on.